Hi guys, so this is mean from a frequency table. So if x stands for the variable and f stands for the frequency, then mean equals, and then we've got this symbol here, f of x, and then the same symbol again, and f. So this symbol here just means it means the sum of. So it's a quick way of writing the sum of. So whenever you see that, just think of the sum of. So let's have a look at the example anyway and think about what they're asking us here. So they're asking us to find out the mean, and you should know from before that when you're asked to find out the mean for a set of numbers, you add them up and then you divide by how many there are altogether. So add up and divide is basically what the mean is. So let's just take a look at this frequency table then. So you see on the top row there, it's the marks that are given. So on the top row, it's all the marks that are given for 20 different pupils. So if we try and interpret it, then what it means is the first one here is that the number of pupils is 1 and the marks given are 1. So that means that one pupil got 1 mark in the test or in the exam. The second one, then, one pupil also got 2 marks. So one pupil got 2 marks in their test. Third one pupil got 3 marks. And then this one means that 3 pupils each got 4 marks. So 3 different pupils got 4 marks. So if you were to think about it and try to think about how many marks it would be altogether, well, there's just 1 mark. One student got 1 mark there, so that's just 1. One student got 2 marks there. One student got 3 marks, so there's 3 marks. But then 3 different pupils all got 4 marks. So if 3 different pupils got 4 marks, that was 12 marks between the 3 of them. And then the next one, 5 different pupils got 5 marks. So got 5 marks each. So five different pupils got 5 marks. That was 25 marks that was given out among the 5 of them. So what you should be seeing here is that we're kind of multiplying to find out the total marks for each kind of grade or mark. So let's go back and think about what the mean kind of means again. The way we're going to work out the mean is by kind of adding up the total marks. So we'll have to go through each of these and add up the total marks, and then we're going to divide it by the number of pupils. So if you think about it, that should kind of make sense. So we're going to find out the total marks that were given out and then divide it by the number of pupils, and then that has to be the mean or the average for each pupil. So that's where this formula comes from then up here. So it's the sum of the frequency multiplied by the so the number of pupils in this case. So the variable basically multiplied by the frequency. So what we're going to do on the top line anyway is I'm going to do 1 multiplied by 1, and then I'm going to add on 2 multiplied by 1, and then I'm going to add on 3 multiplied by 1, and then I'm going to add on 4 multiplied by 3, plus in there, and we're just going to keep going. So add on 5 multiplied by 5, and what we're calculating on top here then is the total marks that were given out. So that when we add up when we multiply each of those and then add them all up, it'll give us the total amount of marks that were given out. On the bottom then, it just says it's the sum of f, and f just stands for the frequency. So all we're going to do on the bottom then is just add up the number of pupils. So it'd just be the bottom row all added up. So 1 plus 1 plus 1. So I'm adding up all of these here now. Plus 3 plus 5 plus 3 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1 plus 1. So what you could do there, if you wanted to, is you could put the whole thing into a calculator and just press equals, and it should give you the answer. Just put in the brackets properly in the right places and everything. But we can try kind of work it out. So 1 times 1 would be 1 plus, and then 2 times 1 is 2, plus 3 plus 12 plus 25 plus 18 plus 14 plus 16 plus 9 times 1 is 9 plus 10 times 1 is 10. And then on the bottom, I'll just try out these up on the bottom. So 1 plus 1 plus 1 would be 3, plus 3 would be 6, plus 5 would be 11, plus 3 would be 14, plus 2 would be 16, plus 2 would be 18, and then 19, 20. So we're getting 20 on the bottom, which we should know that we get anyway, because it says at the start here there's 20 pupils in the class, and really that's what we've added up on the bottom. And if we just try it up the top then, so 1 plus, so that's going to be 6, plus 12 is 18, plus 25 would be 43, plus 18 would be 61, plus 14 would be 75, plus 16 would be 91, plus 9 would be 100, and then plus 10 would be 110. So I'm getting 110 on top. So 110 divided by 20, and you could just divide that in, or you could just put that into your calculator if you wanted. So we're going to so I'm getting 5.5. So marks. So what we've calculated then is the mean number of marks per pupil. So the mean number of marks overall was that generally each pupil got 5.5 marks. So you can see from the table that obviously some got a lot less and then some got a lot more. So a couple of students got 9 and 10 marks and a few students got 1 and 2 marks, but the mean or the average mark was about 5.5. So here's another question then, if you just want to pause the video. So it should be a little bit shorter because you'll see obviously there the table is a little bit smaller. So I just want to pause the video and have a go at that, and then play it on and I'll go to the answer. So we're going to do 1 times 12, so you're multiplying each of these together. Then you do plus 2 times 16. Then we do plus 3 times 10. Then we do plus 4 times 8. Then we do plus 5 times 6. And then we do plus 6 times 8. And then all over, and now it's number of matches this time. So if we actually go back and just think about what the table kind of means, first of all, the number of, so it's a team playing obviously different number of matches, and so in 12 different matches, so just look at the first one here, in 12 different matches they scored 1 goal in it. In 16 different matches they scored 2 goals. In 10 different matches they scored 3 goals. In 8 matches, in 8 different games they played, they scored 4 goals. In 6 different games they scored 5 goals, and in 8 different games they scored 6 goals. So they actually scored a lot of goals altogether. And so obviously on the bottom then we're just going to add up the F, so the frequency, or the number of matches in this case. And then you could put all that into your calculator, so but we'll just try to work it out, some of it in our head anyway. So 32 plus 30 plus 4 8s are 32, plus 5 6s are 30, plus 6 8s are 48. On the bottom then, 28, 38, so we're getting 60. So there was 60 matches altogether. Then if we try out up the top, so 12 and 32 would be 44, plus 30 would be 74. So 106, 136, and then 184. Then we just divide in, so we'll just get a little bit over 3, I think, so 184 divided by 3, yeah, so 61.3 recurring. Uh, 3.06 actually recurring. So that's the number of goals that were scored on average in a match then, or the mean number of goals per match, 3.06 goals.